Hi, everyone. I'm Flora Pastorero.
And I'm Carrie Perry, and this is Chick to Chick.
All right, we love them. They're a part of the family, but they're also a big decision, a lot of responsibility. We're talking about pets. We're talking
Family
about
pet.
dogs, cats, turtles,
Hamsters,
gerbils,
guinea pigs,
snakes,
ferrets, parakeets.
bunnies.
Did we say cats?
Yep, lizards.
The list goes on, folks.
It's like a zoo. Like there's a zoo out there, and kids love animals.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I mean,
They always
kids love
want
animals.
one.
They always want animals, and you want your child to be happy, and so then you sit there and you wrestle with this.
Yeah.
Do you get a pet? What do you get? And they always promise, I'm going to take care
I'll
of it.
take care of it. I'll feed it. I'll take it for walks. I'll do all of that.
And how long does that last?
What, a month?
If that, you know, I went
Novelty
through
wears
it.
off.
Yeah, I went through it with my son. He wanted lizards. Really? You want lizards?
What's a lizard doing for you?
Well, we had to run to the pet store every week to buy crickets to feed the lizards.
You did get the lizard.
We did. We got the lizard,
All right.
ran and got the crickets, came home. How long do you think that lasted?
I don't know. Couple
Lost
weeks?
interest. Fish, lost interest in the fish. Had a rat.
Yeah.
A rat.
The famous rat that you have to save from your science class after you're finished with whatever you're doing.
The
there.
experiment was over, and the teacher said, who's going to take this rat home? Otherwise, we're going to feed it to the snake. So my son says, I'll take it home. How long do you think that lasted?
Yeah, not long.
Not long at all. So here you go. Your child wants an animal. You want to make your child happy, but there's a lot of responsibility. There's a lot of decision making. There's a lot of financial responsibility
Oh, yeah.
that goes into bringing a pet into your home. So I'm relying on you as the pet expert over here. She's got a
Comical.
zoo going on over here. There's a zoo. All these
Yeah.
dogs running around.
Well, I got dog. Well, and I've had a lot of pets. You know, the kids have had a lot of pets over the years. I always wrestle with that decision because, like you said, you want your kids to be happy. You can teach them a certain level of responsibility. It has care for something else other than yourself. And they do bond with the pet in some capacity. So when I was a kid, we had cats and then we also had dogs. And I loved my dogs, and my cats were kind of like, they could care less if they were around me or not. Didn't bond as much. When Todd and I got married, we had this adorable little Lhasa. She was like my child. And since then, we've had, we've had a bunny. Oh, I forgot to tell you, we saved squirrels. We had baby squirrels in boxes for a period of time.
Of course you did.
Of course we did. The bunny, you could put it on a leash, and you could take it for a walk. We had Sarah Bun for like 6. That was Sam's campaign, was the Sarah Bun. We've had, we're on our second Yorkie. And then we had a chocolate lab that recently passed away. And now we have a hamster.
It's a zoo.
Yeah.
There's a zoo over here.
Yeah.
Now, so I had a Siamese cat for 17 years, Sarah. And I do think that cats are easier to deal with.
Yeah.
And cats fit our lifestyle. We were away a lot, traveled a lot. Cats can take care of themselves.
Yeah.
I don't think that they're still an expense. They have to go to the vet. They need kitty litter. They need to be fed and whatnot. But when your child, so in my situation, my son has always wanted a dog, which kind of led to this podcast.
Right.
He's away at college. He's in an apartment, and he said, Mom, I think I want a dog. And I said, whoa, wait, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
I really want a dog. I want a dog. I want a dog. I want to take the dog for a walk. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be great. You
This
heard
is a
all
true
this.
story, too.
She heard all
That's
of
exactly
this.
what went down.
And I said, dude, this is a major life choice. You just can't rush into this. You've got to do your research. You've got to get the information. You just can't. What's he do? Within a week, I get the call. Mom, you're a grandmother,
He
right?
fell in love with Tilly.
Tilly. Now the dog's adorable.
Oh, she is.
The dog's very, very sweet. But I think that he is getting some lessons here that he didn't expect.
Yeah.
And my point to it was, this is a major life choice. It's a major life decision. It's going to change so many things. There's so many financial obligations. Do your research. Do your research before you make this decision. But he didn't do it.
He went with his heart, Mom.
So now he's asking you all of these questions.
A week after he has Tilly.
Right. And so what did he ask you?
Well, let me just tee it up with this. I want to say that I'm so happy that he chose to adopt or really rehome a dog. She's a little over a year old. And I think that that's one of the things that we should start doing is instead of getting puppies, we should start rehoming the animals that are in shelters. So I have to give him mad props for saving Tilly.
Well, he didn't want to get puppies because he didn't want to go through the effort of potty training.
Oh, sure. It's a pain in the neck. It's a pain in the neck. Yeah, I get it.
He's not that magnanimous there.
Well, I know, but he still, I think it's great. I wish more people. Our last dog that we just got, we got from a shelter. Now, she was a puppy because we did want a puppy. But Sean was asking me a lot of really important questions that you are right. He should have asked in the very beginning. And that is, okay, talk to me about the vet. Should I have pet insurance? What's it going to cost when I go in? How often should the dog go in? Well, what about the food? You know, should I buy a certain type? She doesn't like the type that she's eating right now. So what do I do? What kind of toys are options? What kind of bed? Should I get a crate? What size crate should I get? The list went on. So but he's very anxious and excited to do the right things, and he is asking those questions instead of, oh, my dog's not feeling well, what do I do? Like, now he's starting to understand, I've got to put some money away because in the event of something going on, I need to be able to be prepared to pay for my dog as best I possibly can.
But he should have asked those questions before.
Yeah.
And that is the point of this podcast before you go out and make a big decision.
Yeah, right. Because
before you got to understand that, okay, the dog comes home and the dog's cute and the dog's cuddly, and I do love this dog. She's adorable.
She melted your heart the moment she walked in the door.
Half lab, half German Shepherd. She is adorable.
Yes.
She absolutely is, but it's a big decision, and I really think that families should do research.
You have to.
Excuse me. They should do a lot of research before they go out and get this animal, because it's not just a cute animal. There's so much responsibility involved with it.
So here's the thing. You have to look at your family dynamic, and you have to look at your environment where you live, and you have to look at the things that you do as a family. So it's not just like whether you have kids and what are the ages of them, but are you on the run all the time? Like, kids are involved in a lot of different activities, especially weekends. Are you going to have to go travel for, different events? Or do you live in a little apartment? What's the space? Do you have a big yard? There are a lot of things that come into play when you're thinking about the type of breed that you want and the type of dog that you're looking for with your family. And then because we've always had multiple dogs, I need to know that the breed that I'm getting is going to mesh well with another breed. And I think so many people run into a situation where they get excited about getting a dog and they don't think about how that dog will blend with the family. So what do? They turn around and they get rid of the dog. You can't get rid of the family member, but they turn around and get rid of the dog.
That's not fair.
It's not fair to the dog. So I feel like if more people would take the opportunity to really assess what's their life like. Is this the type of dog that you can put in one of those little dog bags and take it along with you to go to the soccer games or whatever, and it's a little lap dog? Is this the type of dog that's going to need to be running and gunning, and so you need to have a nice yard? So more people need to think about what the dog will be like within their family. And then I really think it's really important that as a family you sit down and say, who is taking on the major role of this dog? Because oftentimes it ends up falling upon one, whether it's mom or dad, because so-and-so's like, I have this homework to do and I have that to do. Oh, I can't. Oh, I'm going to be in so-and-so's to stay over. Listen, it's a collective family decision. And when you're really young, you can have some small role in taking care of that animal. So I do wish that people would be a lot more understanding of what goes into having animals.
It's a lot of work, and there are a lot of financial responsibilities also attached to it that I don't think people really think through. My son was like, well, do I have to give him a pill for fleas and ticks? Do I have to get him shots? And I'm like,
you don't know. Well, so I told him.
You did.
Like, you need to purchase things. There's certain websites that are really good at having discounts, but you really do have to talk with your vet first and make sure this is going to be the right way to go. Let me tell you, when we had our first dog, when Todd and I were married, our dog was about 2 years old, not even, and she had not one but two back-to-back back surgeries. A little Lhasa. She had back surgeries.
That's a lot.
It is a lot.
Expensive.
It was very expensive, and of course we spared no expense because she was our little fur child. Then another dog that we had, our lab, she broke her leg running down the steps going outside. So there's one thing right there. Then same said lab and our other little Yorkie accidentally got into a little tussle. Our lab didn't mean to do it, but got our Yorkie's eyeball.
Ouch.
Yeah, and we had to go in for emergency surgery for that. Yeah, that was terrible. But all of that stuff adds up. None of that was cheap. Do you have enough money set aside to be able to handle those things with your dog?
Okay, and so you came at this from the perspective of 2 adults. This is a college student.
Right. What money? Well, I mean,
This
he's
is
a
a college student.
Yes, but he is a working college student.
He is working.
Trying to help you out here, Sean.
He is working.
Yeah.
But he
didn't get it.
Student.
Yeah, he didn't get it. Like,
he didn't do the research.
Right.
He didn't cross his T's and dot his I's before he made this decision.
No.
And I think that is the point of this podcast and the moral of this
story.
podcast.
Yes.
The moral of the story that certainly, I do love the dog.
I know.
It's adorable.
Yeah.
I loved my cat. I love my Siamese cat. She was a big part of the family. But you really need to think through these major decisions and realize that it's not just about cuddling this pet. There's so much more to it.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Mom.
I hope I could help. I don't know.
It's amazing how well you listen to me.
Oh, I have no choice. I'm sitting right next to you. I was on Sean's side a little bit, though.
You were on his side a lot.
Couldn't help it.
That's okay. The dog's cute. We like it that you're on our side.
Yes,
that you
exactly.
chose to tune in to watch our podcast. We are Chick to Chick. We have a new website, chick2chick.com. Any comments, suggestions, you want to reach out to us, it's so easy. Chick, the number 2, chick2chick.com.
Yeah, that's right. And then you can also find us on social media. We connect with you on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. So check us out. And really, we hope that you'll come back and chirp with us the very next time. Until then, see you then.